Have you ever noticed this strange feeling where everything in your life feels completely fine and then suddenly it doesn't? You open your phone, scroll for a few minutes, and out of nowhere, your room feels smaller, your car feels outdated, your clothes feel wrong, and your life, which felt normal just moments ago, now feels like it's missing something.
In today's video, we're gonna break down how brands secretly make you feel poor without you even noticing, the psychological tricks they use, and why this system is so powerful. Once you understand this, you'll start seeing it everywhere. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we break down how modern systems influence your decisions in ways you don't even realize. Let's get into it.
The real product isn't what you think. Most people believe brands sell products, clothes, cars, phones, lifestyle items. But the reality is very different. The most valuable thing brands actually produce is not the product itself, but a feeling. That feeling is an adequacy. Because a person who feels satisfied with their life does not constantly buy new things. But a person who feels like they are missing something, who feels slightly behind, becomes far more likely to spend. This means the system is not designed to make you feel content. It is designed to keep you slightly dissatisfied. Not enough to make you stop participating, but just enough to keep you chasing the next upgrade. And this is what makes the system so effective. It doesn't force you to buy, it makes you want to. Social comparison is the foundation. At the core of this entire system is something very human: social comparison. We don't measure our lives based on absolute standards, we measure them based on other people. We look at what others have, how they live, and where we stand in comparison. This instinct has always existed. In the past, you compared yourself to a small group of people around you, maybe your family, your neighbors, or your community. But today, that has completely changed. Now, your comparison group is not 50 or 100 people, it's millions. And not just their normal lives, but the best, most polished, most curated version of their lives. This creates a gap that can never be closed. Because no matter where you are, there's always someone who appears to be ahead. How brands sell identity instead of products. Modern brands don't just sell products anymore, they sell identity. When you buy something, you're not just buying an object, you're buying what that object represents. A watch is not just a watch, it's a signal of success. A car is not just transportation, it's a statement about your status. A gym membership is not just access to equipment, it's the identity of someone who is disciplined and serious about their life. This is why advertisements rarely focus on the product itself. Instead, they show you a lifestyle. They show you a version of yourself that feels more complete, more confident, more respected. And then they quietly suggest that the product is the bridge between who you are and who you could be.
The illusion of scarcity and urgency. Another powerful tactic brands use is creating a sense of urgency. You've seen it everywhere. Limited time offers, low stock alerts, countdown timers, phrases like "only a few left."
These signals are designed to trigger something deep in your brain. When something feels rare or limited, it automatically feels more valuable. At the same time, brands add social proof. You see reviews, ratings, best-selling labels, and indicators that other people are buying the same thing. This creates a powerful combination. Your brain sees something as both valuable and in demand, which makes you feel like you need to act quickly or risk missing out. And the truth is, much of this urgency is manufactured, but your brain doesn't process it that way. It reacts instantly.
How your definition of normal keeps changing. One of the most subtle but powerful strategies is something you barely notice. Over time, your idea of what is normal slowly shifts. Things that once felt like luxury slowly become expectations. A new phone every year, a certain type of home, frequent travel, designer brands. These things didn't become necessary because life requires them. They became necessary because they were repeatedly presented as normal.
This is how your baseline rises. And once your baseline rises, maintaining it no longer feels like a choice. It feels like the minimum. You're not upgrading your life anymore. You're trying to keep up.
The fear of looking like you're struggling. There's another layer to this that is even more powerful. It's not just about wanting more. It's about avoiding the feeling of looking like you have less. Certain brands are designed in a way that makes not owning them feel like a signal that you can't afford them, a signal that you're behind. This creates a strange situation where people spent money not to improve their life, but to protect how their life looks to others. They are not buying for comfort or utility. They are buying to avoid judgment. And the most interesting part is that everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is trying to signal success to everyone else, often using money they shouldn't be spending.
The invisible system behind your feed. What makes the system even more powerful is that it is not random. Every platform you use is learning about you. What you watch, what you click, how long you stay on something, what you ignore. This data is used to build a detailed profile of your behavior, and based on that profile, you are shown content that is most likely to influence you. If you respond to status-related content, you will see more of it. If you react to fear of missing out, you will see more urgency-based content. This means you are not just scrolling, you are being guided. Every piece of content you see is selected because it increases the chances of you feeling something that leads to action. Why willpower alone doesn't work. Most people think they can simply ignore this system or control it with discipline, but the problem is much deeper than that. The system is designed to understand your behavior and adapt to it. This means it is constantly learning what works on you, what triggers your interest, what creates emotional reactions, and what leads to decisions. Trying to resist it with willpower alone is extremely difficult because the system is not static. It is constantly improving. That's why understanding how it works is more important than just trying to fight it.
How to break out of the system. The first step to breaking this cycle is creating distance between exposure and action. When you see something, don't act on it immediately. Give yourself time, because most of the urgency you feel is temporary. Once that feeling fades, the desire often disappears with it. The second step is being more intentional about what you consume. Your environment shapes your perception. If you constantly expose yourself to unrealistic lifestyles, your expectations will shift without you realizing it. The third step is recognizing what you are actually buying. Before making a purchase, ask yourself what you are really trying to get. Is it the product or the feeling attached to it? Because once you can see that clearly, your decisions become more conscious.
So the next time you open your phone and suddenly feel like your life isn't enough, pause for a second. Ask yourself where that feeling came from, because most of the time, it didn't come from your reality. It came from the system. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever felt this without knowing why? I'll see you in the next one.